on, everybody? Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to anybody new that's coming across this channel. I'm trying to grow my subscribers, so definitely feel free to subscribe. Comments and feedback are always welcome. I apologize to my subscribers for the lack of content, but I will be aiming to change that in the hopes of helping to grow this channel. So today I'm going to talk about how context or missing context can lead to deceptive framing of points that are made. Two in particular are the abortion one, which seems to be pretty big as of late with the decision in New York to change the law from allowing a abortion after 24 weeks if there's a verifiable health risk or if the fetus is not viable, as opposed to the old law, which only allowed for a abortion to take place after 24 weeks if there was a threat to the woman's life. So while the aspect of it being a health risk is vague, and I kind of admit that sounds vague and comes off as vague, it's framed by the president during the State of the Union address and by people that I've seen on Twitter and Instagram as a baby could just be ripped out and aborted at 40 weeks even if they're fine. Like, you're completely leaving out the context of the actual law itself, mixing the reasoning that has been granted along with the fact that the doctors who perform it are also supposed to be participating within their rights and within their standards and code of conduct for their position. So to just state that at 40 weeks a baby can be ripped out it's completely dismissing all the context that goes into the actual allowance of the abortion to take place. So that's one. The other is from the State of the Union address when Trump mentions that 5 million people were lifted off food stamps. I looked this up. The number is wrong, but besides that, the way he framed it was stating this after stating that the economy was doing wonderful. The economy was great. They're creating jobs. People have been lifted off of food stamps. Now, I call this into question more so because there's other reasons that people don't get food stamp benefits, SNAP benefits anymore. So, is it because they are working and are making too much money now to qualify for the program or no longer need the program because they have sufficient income to meet their need without the assistance of food stamp benefits? I kind of doubt that. I don't know the numbers. I've tried looking it up. I haven't been able to find it, and I will continue to look. And if I am wrong, and that is the reason, I'll come back and state that, but I don't know that. I don't think that is the actual case. Based on the field that I work in, I have a strong feeling that it's more so because people were kicked off of the program, which is in itself its own thing. I kind of agree and kind of have a bit of a gripe with some of the reasoning for people to be kicked off, but I get it. But in relation to this, it's the framing of it, which it's deceptive in the sense that he sets it up as if because the economy is doing well, people are no longer receiving this benefit or in need of this welfare benefit. But I don't think that it's because the economy is doing so well. I think it's more so because people didn't follow the rules and got themselves kicked off the program, especially if he's going by numbers from 2018, because as of 2019, everybody that got kicked off the program was now allowed to get back onto the program, at least for a certain amount of time. So it's one of those, once again, it's the context and the framing of it that comes off as deceptive in the sense that it'll lead you to think abortions can happen willy-nilly based off just a mom deciding that they no longer want to give birth to a child despite what the health of the child is or despite their health. That's not the case. Also, in looking that part up, late-term abortions are very rare and generally only happen in the case of a serious health risk. So, the people that I've seen post about it do frame it as if you don't have that issue, as if doctors don't care about that type of issue, and as if any doctor is just going to say, cool, you're going to pay me, I'm going to do this, healthy child or not, I'm doing it. So context is key, and deceptive framing is key. Double check everything that you hear, or lots of things that you hear. You might not want to check everything, but I would double check certain things that you do hear. Those two things were ones. I went and looked up the law for the abortion thing, and it's just flat out wrong when people say it. The SNAP thing, I didn't look up until later, but it's just, I was apprehensive to accepting what he said in the way that he framed it. I wasn't against what he was saying itself with people being off the program. It's just how he said it and the way that he framed it that I was not so quick to just, yeah, it's cool, it's great. But if you guys have any different opinions, I'd love to hear it. Again, subscribe, like, comment, share. I'm open to it all, and I appreciate all your views and support that you do give. Hope you all have a good one.